Shall we go Dutch?
Nah, I got this.
Who's he?
Oh, that's Hector. Yeah, he helps me out with my savings. Before I buy anything, I have to fight him for my wallet.
You really need Raise. Just download the app, rounds up every purchase to the nearest dollar, and automatically invests it, so you can save and invest your spare change.
Smart. Raise. Saving and investing made easy.
Oh, nice. Getting a bit of quokka size in.
Just trying to get my paws on this HBF deal.
Fancy a boost?
You've done this before, right?
Get your paws on 6 weeks free new hospital and extras cover with HBF. Join today.
The Amazon Black Friday sale is coming soon. Get epic deals on electronics, homewares, beauty and more. Plus get free delivery on eligible orders over $39. Amazon.com.au. Easy as.
Nice. Is that the best we can hope for? At least let's have a good flight.
Good ridden's nice.
Only as good is. It's not great. Instead, let's make it wonderful. By letting you pool your family's points.
Wonderful. Look at all those velocity points.
And bringing you the middle seat lottery. Kiss nice. Goodbye. And have a wonderful flight.
Nice.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Hey, if you're coming then come, don't play. If you feel too shy, then watch for me. Watch for me.
Shake it. This the biggest bounce of the summer. If you ain't coming, that's a bummer. Freeze. Watch for me. This the biggest bounce of the summer.
So this is where I am.
You've got a girl who really likes you.
Every time you say goodbye, say hello again.
Hello.
I will not let him near you.
Same, Brie.
Don't miss a second of Home and Away this week on 7 and 7 Plus.
You ever seen anything like this?
Oh, I have.
There's only one place to turn for heart-pumping drama.
1, 2, 3.
911, what is your emergency?
He's not going to make it to the hospital. His baby's coming now.
You're gonna be okay, buddy.
I'm gonna take care of you.
Dr. Murphy!
You ready to be a hero?
The world's most heart-pumping dramas are on 7 Plus. Stream big.
Nespresso Virtuo. No barista required. Make your coffee with a double shot with just one Nespresso capsule. For a limited time, enjoy a special offer on selected Virtuo machines. Visit Nespresso for details. Nespresso.
As you decide who leads, turn to 7 News to cut through the spin. Everything you need is on 7 News at 6.
Oh, nice. Getting a bit of quokka size in.
Just trying to get my paws on this HBF deal.
Fancy a boost?
You've done this before, right?
Get your paws on 6 weeks free new hospital and extras cover with HBF. Join today.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Hey, if you're coming then come, don't play. If you feel too shy, then watch for me. Watch for me.
Shake it. This the biggest bounce of the summer. If you ain't coming, that's a bummer. Freeze. Watch for me. This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Shut up and take my money.
A look, a knowing smile is all it takes for a new journey to begin. A new relationship to start.
We're supposed to be together.
I love you.
It could be heartwarming, life-changing, the adventure you've waited a lifetime for.
Let's go!
Standing up for what's right.
Let me do the job I was meant to do. Stand up and fight.
Putting everything on the line when the odds are insurmountable.
Call 911!
to pull off the impossible.
What are you scared of? Not a damn thing.
And it all starts here because this is the home of drama.
You made me who I am. That is a terrible thing to say.
With a new story and a new show every day. This is 7 Plus. Stream big.
Colin's tough.
Might as well be eating styrofoam.
Brutally honest.
What if I say the food is
And he's streaming on 7 Plus.
We've never had any complaints.
Well, you have now.
Kitchen Nightmares. Streaming for free on 7 Plus. Stream big.
Don't accept any trash talk. And never accept slowing down. Good health changes everything. Keep moving the way you want with Blackmore's Super Magnesium Plus.
Choose fun on a carnival holiday.
Think outside with Ego's ultimate 56-volt mower. The most powerful cordless handheld blower and the world's smartest line trimmer. All on Australia's most awarded battery platform. Ego. Power beyond belief.
The top of the range LDV T60 Max Lux Auto. A massive 160 kilowatts of power from just $41,990 drive away. It's one hell of a ute. Visit a dealer today. LDV. Bring it on.
Bring on the fun next week on 7 and 7 Plus.
It's unusual, it is not.
Sunday.
I'm wearing Nutella Versace.
The new Kath and Kim special event.
Yep, we're officially stanky rich.
Then bring it on. The night Australia's been waiting for.
Wave of goosebumps.
The AGT Grand Final.
The battle begins now.
And Monday, the fun doesn't stop.
Fantastic.
Then Tuesday's premiere, the roast of Paul Hogan.
Can I just say the open casket was a bad idea?
Bring on the fun from Sunday on 7 and 7 Plus.
Rocks. They've been around for billions of years, withstanding the test of time and every element. Well, almost.
Ain't my dust rocks!
Groundbreaking all-grip technology. It breaks ground. Suzuki.
This the biggest bounce of the summer.
Hey. If you're coming and come, don't play. If you feel too shy, then watch for me. Watch for me.
Shake it. This the biggest bounce of the summer. If you ain't coming, that's a bummer. Watch for me. This the biggest bounce of the summer.
See Colin Uncensored.
What if I say the food is
Then I'll probably say your taste buds are in.
Nothing is off limits on 7 Plus.
We've never had any complaints.
Well, you have now.
Kitchen Nightmares. Streaming for free and uncensored on 7 Plus. Stream big.
Kia. Movement that inspires.
Australians of all ages are choosing Light and Easy. Light and Easy can even assist those on aged care home care packages. If you or someone close to you could benefit by having healthy meals delivered, call us on 13 15 12.
Mr. Andrews, what happened to your promise of 4,000 new ICU beds?
I can't specifically recall.
Are you sick of Daniel Andrews' lies and excuses? Don't let him get away with it. Put Labor last. Authorised by Seema Queston, Liberal Melbourne.
Right now, when you switch your home loan to ANZ, you can get $4,000 cash back.
Awesome. What are you doing here?
Making an ANZ home loan ad.
Cool. That explains the film crew.
You can get cash back when you switch your home loan to ANZ.
IGA's matched the prices to the big two supermarkets on Christmas essentials.
Like IGA bone-in, full or half-leg ham, price-matched. And the Country Chef Bakery Co Pavlova, price-matched. We checked, we matched.
And you don't need to do a thing.
Let me
give you a Christmas. Feel the magic of Christmas with kids' cotton PJs for only $10. That's wow. That's best and less.
Get ready. It's the new 20 years celebration.
I want to be effluent, Mum. Effluent.
They took Australia and the world by storm.
Thank you. No, it's all right. We get to Pesh now. Do you do tons in home and away?
Well, I don't know. But what are Kath and Kim up to now?
I'm catfishing.
Catfishing? Oh, that sounds nice.
Kath and Kim, our affluent life.
We're officially stanky rich.
Sunday at 7 o'clock on 7 and 7 Plus. What is Kia's slogan? Movement that inspires. Kia Seltos, proud sponsor of the Chase Australia.
The world on edge. Russia blamed for a deadly missile strike in Poland, triggering panic. Deliveroo skips the country, shutting down its Australian operations without warning. Treasurer Tim Pallas under fire in a polling booth confrontation. Medibank executives set to pocket millions in bonuses as they admit to cyber security failures. 8 charged over a fatal attack in Melbourne's northwest. And big baby news in a first for our zoo.
Live from Melbourne, 7 News with Peter Mitchell starts now.
Good evening. The world has been left on edge with the war in Ukraine entering a frightening new phase after a deadly missile strike in Poland. Military forces were placed on alert after Russia was blamed for launching the 2 missiles, but tonight there are indications it may not have been responsible for the attack.
In remote rural Poland, emergency vehicles race towards the scene of Europe's latest flashpoint. A missile strike on farmland, 2 people killed. But it's the first strike outside Ukraine into NATO territory. It sent regional tensions soaring.
This is CNN breaking news.
Missiles have reportedly landed in Poland near its border with Ukraine.
The impact zone, 10 kilometres inside Poland's border. No obvious military targets nearby. Photos at the scene show damaged farm equipment, surely an accident, but potentially triggering NATO's Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all. Poland's National Security Committee urgently convened. We've placed our combat forces onto a state of readiness. And from the President, Andrzej Duda, the protection of Poland has been strengthened. The incident happened as Russia rained missiles down on neighbouring Ukraine, targeting energy infrastructure, plunging 7 million into blackouts and killing 2. Retaliation, said analysts, for both Ukraine's pivotal victory in Kherson this month and President Volodymyr Zelensky's video call for peace at the G20 summit overnight. Russia is told about peace, he said, but fires missiles in response. He demanded action, but from the West, caution.
We're not going to get ahead of ourselves here. We're going to get the facts.
And within hours, the US President himself in Bali at G20 was raising doubts the missile was actually Russian-launched.
It's unlikely in the minds of the trajectory that it was fired from Russia, but we'll see.
Hinting initial investigations had found it could be one of these. Ukraine anti-missile systems possibly firing at and missing an inbound Russian missile. The investigations on the ground are continuing.
It makes no difference because still the reason is Russian aggression.
Russia has denied responsibility, claiming the strike was a deliberate provocation from the West.
Ukrainians worldwide are using the incident to again call on the West to offer more support and assistance, warning this shows just how easily the conflict could spill over into a region already on edge.
A message backed by the Australian government.
There is always a risk of escalation and miscalculation. That is why Russia should withdraw.
Chris Reason, 7 News.
The strike on Poland triggered a rapid reaction at the G20 summit in Bali, where US President Joe Biden convened an urgent meeting of leaders.
They've been totally unconscious of what they're doing.
Mr Biden was woken by staffers with news of the attack and immediately called Polish President Andrzej Duda. To breaking news now, and food delivery giant Deliveroo has announced it's pulling out of Australia effective immediately. Details are just coming through to Estelle Griepink. And Estelle, it's a major blow to Melbourne's hospitality industry.
Well, Mitch, this shock decision will affect about 12,000 restaurants and about 15,000 riders and drivers, with Deliveroo admitting this afternoon it simply can't compete with the likes of Uber Eats, DoorDash and Menulog. The UK-based platform has already pulled out of Germany and Taiwan, and as of tonight, Australian customers will no longer be able to place orders. The company says riders will receive a 4-week payout. That's based on their average earnings, and some restaurants will receive compensation. Administrators have now been appointed and the first creditors meeting will be later this month. Mitch?
Estelle Griepink in the city, thank you. Treasurer Tim Pallas has come under fire in a polling booth showdown in Melbourne's West. State political editor Chanel Vella has the details. Chanel, the confrontation was caught on camera and is now in the hands of police.
Well, that's right. With just 10 days to go, there are some tensions out at polling booths, but Tim Pallas says he will not be deterred, and despite this incident, he will keep turning up in Werribee.
G'day, Tim. How you going?
Good. Up close and personal with the state's treasurer.
Why are you getting so close to me?
I don't know. Why are you filming me?
Behind the camera is Freedom Party candidate for Werribee, Mark Strother.
Hey, that's assault. You touched me. You tried to steal my camera.
Don't do that.
Hey,
please don't do that. He continues to film Tim Pallas for another 60 seconds as a Labor volunteer asks him to be courteous. Mr Strother has lodged a complaint with the VEC. So too has Labor, the party also complaining to Victoria Police, concerned about bullying and harassment.
Tim Pallas is an outstanding Victorian and a very important part of my team, and someone who is passionate about Werribee.
Daniel Andrews was at the Royal Women's Hospital today, promising $79 million for women's health.
We're going to double the amount of endometriosis surgery that is provided in our public hospital system, free of charge.
There's also a $3 million pledge for an inquiry into how women's pain is managed.
They're told, you'll be fine, you're tired, that's just part of being a woman.
Matthew Guy was put to work, announcing a plan for a Love Victoria campaign which uses stickers to tell consumers which products are made here.
We've announced this policy some time ago, so it's been around since last year, and we've announced subsets to it. Today's another part of that.
And we want to ensure that it is front and centre in the minds, on the supermarket shelves, wherever you go, you see the Victorian-made logo, loud and proud.
Chanel Vella, 7 News.
4 children have been charged over the murder of a man in Melbourne's northeast. Paul Dowsley has tonight's developments from Heidelberg. And Paul, police pounced at Melbourne Airport.
This has been a big operation, Mitch, after the murder and a kidnapping a month ago today. The homicide squad, with the help of the Border Force and Australian Federal Police, have now all up arrested 9 boys and young men, 4 of them at Melbourne Airport. 8 have now been charged after a 25-year-old man from Thomastown was stabbed to death at a house in North Crescent in Heidelberg West. And another man aged 20 from Reservoir was kidnapped that same day. 4 of those charged with the murder and kidnapping are 17-year-old boys. The other is 19. 3 others face charges over just the kidnapping, and 2 of them are aged just 16. Detectives say, Mitch, this is not over yet. There could be more charges. And again, they've repeated their request for any members of the public who know about anything about the kidnapping or the murder to contact them.
Paul Dowsley at Heidelberg, thank you. The Immigration Minister is under fire over a shock decision to reinstate Novak Djokovic's visa. The border backflip paves the way for the tennis star to create history at January's Australian Open.
No official confirmation from the Immigration Minister, who used privacy to smash Djokovic questions.
Now, look, obviously I'm aware of the media reports, but I can't comment on individual cases.
The Australian public deserve the right.
He does owe the public an explanation, and he should come out and say
why he's taken the decision that he's taken. Otherwise, it looks like special treatment for one individual.
Just before the Australian Open, Djokovic had his visa revoked because he was unvaccinated. He was deported with a mandatory 3-year ban on returning. Rarely are they ever revoked.
It's pretty unusual. Normally when these bans are overturned, it's usually on some sort of compelling and compassionate grounds. I doubt that was the factor in the Djokovic case.
On Monday in Italy, Djokovic confirmed his lawyers were trying.
They are communicating with the government of Australia, and that's all I can tell you for now.
But beyond the political debate, players and commentators around the world said they would welcome the return of Djokovic to the Australian Open.
Well, I'm ecstatic, actually. I think it's a great move. It's great for Djokovic, and most importantly, it's great for the tournament and great for tennis.
McEnroe said the current world number 8 would start favourite to win and equal Nadal's record of 22 Grand Slam titles.
But Djokovic, to me, right now, is still the best player on the planet.
Nick McCallum, 7 News.
Australia is a step closer to restoring its trading relationship with China. Anthony Albanese has broken a 6-year drought of leader-to-leader talks, meeting with Chinese President Xi Jinping on the sidelines of the G20 in Bali.
It is clearly in Australia's interest to export some of the fine products that we have. It's in China's interest to receive those fine products.
The Prime Minister says the meeting was warm, positive and honest. Medibank executives will pocket millions in bonuses despite the recent cyber attack. The chairman was grilled by shareholders in Melbourne today, conceding his company's IT security simply wasn't good enough.
If the Medibank board expected a shareholder grilling, the heat was mostly on low.
Will the board be nominating itself for a Nobel Prize?
No, but thank you for your support of us.
A shareholder vote allowing executives to keep bonuses worth more than $7 million, while more than 9 million customers worry about their stolen private health data.
I unreservedly apologise to every person for the significant impact of this crime. It's a despicable act.
And one to be explored by an independent review. Medibank claims it's now contacting 480,000 customers after verifying their sensitive health data has been compromised.
We are steadfast in our resolve to not reward this criminal behaviour.
One shareholder criticised communication about the hack, revealing she's also a victim.
What are you looking at to remove the data from the dark web?
I don't think that's something that Medibank can do.
Medibank says it's put an extra 300 people in its customer contact centres to reach out to all of the hacking victims. The health insurer expects it to cost up to $35 million in support payments for those whose data was stolen.
Almost $2 billion has been wiped off the health insurer's market value in the past month.
I don't think the shareholders are too bothered. A little bit concerned as to what might happen over the next 6 months.
The stolen data will be around much longer. Blake Johnson, 7 News.
Donald Trump has officially declared he's running for president again. But America's 45th Commander-in-Chief will need to defy history if he's to make a White House return.
His political campaign never ended, but now Donald Trump is recharged.
Are you getting ready?
For a rerun.
In order to make America great and glorious again, I am tonight announcing my candidacy for President of the United States.
Relishing the news, loyalists outside his Florida mansion.
4 more years, baby.
While inside Mar-a-Lago's gilded ballroom, no sign of senior Republican Party leadership. America's 45th president again casting himself as a Washington outsider.
This will not be my campaign. This will be our campaign.
His last campaign failed to deliver a midterm Republican red wave last week. Many of his hand-picked candidates suffering bruising defeats. Just like them, he was beaten in 2020. The one-term president was twice impeached. He's facing 2 criminal investigations for taking classified documents when he left the White House and for his role in inciting an insurrection on January 6.
Do you believe that Donald Trump should ever be president again?
David, I think that's up to the American people. But I think we'll have better choices in the future.
The race to the White House has started in Florida, but Trump won't be the only dog in the fight. Senior Republicans are looking at who else might lead the party in a post-Trump era, and one name stands out.
Thank you for a historic landslide victory.
The Sunshine State's rising star basking in a thumping 20-point re-election victory.
I would just tell people to go check out the scoreboard from last Tuesday night.
And has Republicans now asking, could he repeat it on a national level?
We love Ron DeSantis. We campaigned for him. He's the best governor in the world, but we want Trump for president.
America's comeback starts right now.
And US Bureau Chief Ashley Mullaney is outside Mar-a-Lago. Ashley, talk us through what Donald Trump's campaign might look like.
Well, Peter, Donald Trump spoke for a little over an hour tonight, but he largely stuck to a script that he's been delivering at his rallies for months. There certainly wasn't that fire and fury that we're used to seeing from him. He's made this announcement unusually early, perhaps to get ahead of his other political rivals. As for his supporters, it is notable that neither Ivanka or Don Jr. were there tonight, so perhaps this campaign will be less of a family affair. Peter?
Ashley Mullaney in Florida, thank you. Tesla is urgently recalling more than 1,000 cars in Australia because of a steering fault. The Federal Transport Department says the issue is affecting the electric car makers' Model S and Model X vehicles sold between 2017 and 2020. More than 300 Model 3 Teslas were recalled a fortnight ago due to a seatbelt issue. New South Wales is in the grip of a deadly flood emergency. Annie Puller is in Eugowra, 300 kilometres west of Sydney this evening. Annie, the body of a 60-year-old woman was found in floodwaters.
Peter, it's more heartache for a community that simply cannot handle any more suffering. It was just after lunchtime police recovered the body of that 60-year-old missing woman believed to be Diane Smith. Speaking to the woman's family, 7 News understands the grandmother was last seen clinging to a vehicle when a wall of water hit this town so hard at such a ferocious speed it caught nearly every single person off guard. As we go to air, I can tell you police are continuing their search for a missing man, 85-year-old Les Vujic. His family are tonight holding hope emergency services will find him safe, but they know his chances of survival are fading as each day passes. It has been an incredibly distressing day for the entire town here, as many residents have returned to face this carnage for the first time. On every street, on every single corner, it is a scene of disaster. The cleanup is just beginning as we go to air. This rebuild is going to be weeks, possibly months in the making. Peter?
Annie Puller in Eugowra, thank you. The AFL Umpires Association is rallying around Michael Pell, who's at the centre of a Brownlow medal betting scandal.
Personal concern, there's obviously human side to all this. Our role is to provide support.
The first-year umpire was one of 4 men arrested accused of placing bets on the results of at least 10 different AFL matches. A Richmond star has come under fire for a sinister message. Tim Watson, the AFL, has asked for a please explain.
Mitch, this all stems from the AFLW semi-final on Saturday. Mitch Cleary has the exclusive details, and Mitch, Jess Hosking has an explosive message, or had an explosive message written on her arm.
Well, Tim, it's these unsavoury comments that have drawn the ire of the league. Hosking receiving a formal warning by the AFL. It was during this game at Punt Road on the weekend that it was visible during the broadcast, clearly written by someone else. Hosking, though, has taken full ownership. The AFL telling 7 News Hosking was extremely remorseful and deeply disappointed in her actions. The AFL has since accepted a letter of apology from Jess and has issued an official warning to not only the club, but Jess herself. Tim?
Thanks, Mitch. We'll check back in with you again soon. Also ahead in sport, here exclusively from Anthony McDonald-Tipungwuti on his return to Tullamarine. A Melbourne basketballer praised around the world for making a brave call, plus why Pat Cummins could hand back the Aussie captaincy. I'll see you again soon.
OK, thanks very much indeed, Tim.
Our schools are facing another challenge as they scramble to find enough teachers. What parents need to know is coming up next. Also, a sickening new crime low in Melbourne's west, a stabbing attack posted to social media. Why gas bills are tipped to soar by up to 300%. Later, the new scam that's hard to spot, while AFL great Shane Crawford shows off his new colours.
And it slowly thaws out for the rest of the week. I'll have the sunnier details later in 7 News.
Jeff the Wombat on Market Movers.
Yep, check this out, lads. Looks like we've got a harness racing market mover on our hands. Yeah, that's Keith from up the road. He's always got an ear to the ground. That means we're on number 4 in the 6th today.
What's that mean?
Idea.
Don't be a wombat. Form Plus Pro gives you human expertise and deep data all in the palm of your hand.
Oh, nice. Getting a bit of quokka size in.
Just trying to get my paws on this HBF deal.
Fancy a boost?
You've done this before, right?
Get your paws on 6 weeks free new hospital and extras cover with HBF. Join today.
Time is the most valuable thing we have. And the earlier you start investing with Vanguard, the more you'll have in the long run for what matters to you. Vanguard. Investing in us.
You're seeing crisp lettuce. You're seeing toasted burger buns, tasty melted cheese and tomato sauce. You're seeing Thursday night burgers. And you're thinking beef.
Get ready, hornbags. It's the new 20-year celebration.
I want to be effluent, Mum. Effluent. I am about to be rolling in it.
They took Australia and the world by storm.
Tonight, I'm wearing Nutella Versace.
Schmoozing and seducing the hottest celebs.
Thank you. No, it's all right. We get to Pesh now.
Are we
meant to kiss? Do you do tongues in home and away?
Well, I don't know if we're meant to kiss, though. But what are Australia's biggest hornbags up to now?
I'm catfishing.
Catfishing? Oh, that sounds nice.
They're living the high life.
Hello, Christmas. Don't you two look flies?
Don't know how, but Kimmy's done it.
Yep, we're officially stanky rich.
Kath and Kim, our affluent life.
Look at me.
On 7 and 7 Plus.
It's different. It's unusual. It is nice.
A look, a knowing smile is all it takes for a new journey to begin.
Let's go!
It could be.
Victorian schools are facing a shortage of teachers, with job vacancies soaring by almost 40% in the past 12 months. There are now concerns on how schools will be able to deliver their current curricula.
Certainly there is a concern about having enough teachers to run what would be a normal suite of classes.